Hi, I'm Danyelle Campbell and I'm at Busby Ranch in Millsap, Texas, and this is Cupcake. He is a boy, don't make fun of him about that. He's a 3-year-old that I raised, and I just stepped on him. This is a new place for him, so we might work through a couple little issues here. I'm still working a little with him on correct body positioning. He really wants to be a barrel horse, but sometimes he gets ahead of himself. But what we're gonna be working on today, is how to power out of a turn. And the biggest thing about powering away from a barrel is teaching a horse how to set up in order to do that. When I say set up, it's all about body positioning. In order for a horse to leave a barrel the way I want them to, I need that horse to have their front end up, meaning I don't want all their weight on their front end. I don't want all their weight on their inside front leg going through a turn. I need the weight off that inside shoulder and their hip in. When I say hip in, I'm never using my outside leg to push that hip in. As a matter of fact, I'm using my inside leg to bend the rib cage. And by doing that, I get the shoulder up and I get a nice little arch in their body. Notice he's shaped like a C, and I have the inside leg, hind leg driving up under him. So the way I want to turn is to just have a nice, smooth, easy circle, and then when it's time to leave that circle, just be able to move my hand and drive away from the turn, okay? And it's really that easy. It's all about how you set your horse up and about letting him relax in that circle. The reason I want him to relax in that circle, and he's not very relaxed right now because we are somewhere new and he is a little excited. So, but the way I get him to relax is just teaching him to be patient and just round out and get away. I don't want him to think every time I ask for their head that I'm gonna be hustling them through everything. So I do a lot of walking and trotting circles of just letting them get comfortable. You can see he's not real comfortable yet. He's just sitting here kind of trying to hurry through it, wondering what I'm gonna ask, and I am putting a little pressure because we are gonna be hustling him out of some turns more. And then when he gets soft, I'll ask him to finish and drive away. So it's not about a fast turn for me, it's about leaving the turn fast. So I spend a lot of time setting their body up to do that, and it's all accomplished in how I approach the barrel and set them up to leave it. So I'm going to show you a little demonstration here on the second barrel. Let's pretend I turned the first. I say that in some of my runs too. Let's just pretend I turned that first barrel. But we're going to say I just turned the first and I'm coming over to the second. So in another segment I talked about squares and how I go around the barrels. So if you missed that, you might want to go back and watch it. But for right now, I'm just going to take him to his points on the turn. I'm never gonna let him get pushy. Even though I know he's excited and he doesn't even know he's about to go around that barrel, if he's trying to move forward without me asking, I'm just gonna keep getting him back. Notice I kind of seesaw my hands a little bit, and I'm not jerking on him, but I am making it uncomfortable, and then I just drop him. I'm not gonna sit here and hold him and beg him to stand still. I'm gonna make this horse stand still because he knows if he doesn't, if he moves forward or goes faster than I want without me asking, I'm gonna get after him. There we go. Okay, sorry, that was a little side lesson right there. So what I'm gonna do is ask him to get soft as he approaches, and I'm gonna keep him soft and slow, relaxed, calm all the way through this turn. And when he gets to his last point and it's time to leave, I'm just gonna barely hustle him along. It doesn't take much to get this one to hustle along. Going fast is definitely not his problem. Keeping him, he really wants to hurry through a turn too, so for me it's really important for him to get all the way through it, and I will slow him down. Right now I'm doing all lefts, and once he's all the way around that, I'm just, like I said, he's feeling kind of fresh, a little froggy right now. Sometimes it's good to see this stuff. Like, I'm not embarrassed at all that you guys are seeing this, because this is what goes on every day with people, and I think it's important that you see how people work through it. So I'm just gonna lope him around this barrel a few times, let him relax. Notice I'm keeping the barrel in the center of my circle. I'm not letting him fade in. I'm not letting him fade out. And then right there, I'm gonna go ahead and let him turn. He and I are working a little on rate. Like I said, he's one of those that he really, really wants to turn, but sometimes he tries to do it by lengthening his stride and getting into the turn rather than, whoa, rather than coming back to me. I'm gonna take him to his points. And see, I can keep this circle smaller, but I still keep the barrel the same distance. And notice I keep contact with the inside rein, and I'm keeping the shoulder up and that inside hind leg driving. Again, everything's off my inside leg. I'm not using any outside leg pressure. And even when I want to finish and go, I don't have to use my outside leg to push him around to finish. All I have to do is cluck to him. Whoa. Whoa. Is give him a little cue to go. You can see he responds quite well. And his body's already set up to take that step. I would like to think of a horse leaving a barrel as like a horse leaving a starting gate. Like, I want him to spring away. I want him to have their hindquarters under them and be in a position in which they can leave. Now, I showed you some exercises on the barrels. I'll show you some of what I do without barrels to do that. Basically, anytime I turn any form of circle, I'm working on setting my horse up to leave that circle. So even if I'm out here, I'll kind of pick imaginary spots to turn, ask him to drive away, ask him to come back to me. He's not the best example horse for this, but again, this is good for him to have to do this. Easy. Shorten his stride, relax. Now he can go. Easy. I'm never gonna let him start a turn until he shortens his stride and relaxes. I wanna make the turn the reward. Easy. Okay. And by doing that, he's allowed to turn when he gets soft. I'm never making him turn, I'm allowing him to turn. That way he knows when he gets to this barrel that turning's fun. Easy. But he has to actually slow down and come back to me. Whoa, whoa. Before I allow him to make that turn. See there, even before I start that turn, I make him pick up and get soft. I never let this horse start his turn, or any horse, by lengthening their stride or dropping their shoulder.